Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Courtney on Money. Y'all know what's going on. We back with another episode of Courtney. And today we're just gonna be catching up, and talking about individuality and what that means to you. But first, y'all, I'm just gonna let y'all know if I sound a little raspy, it's because I'm getting over a cold. But hey, the hustle don't stop and y'all don't stop watching. Okay. So first we're just gonna jump into what I've been doing. I've been just enjoying my family, taking a little break. I'll show y'all some of the things that I did over the holidays. Definitely had a good time. I was sitting here chilling with my family. We had this little, I don't want to call it a pajama party because nobody was in their pajamas, but it was the night before Christmas. Everybody got together. We took some shots, and hey, party. And it was definitely a good time. Everybody had a good time. Everybody opened a gift at midnight. And, we just got to enjoy each other. So, definitely something I look forward to next year. I just love spending time with my family. Y'all, if y'all know my family, y'all know when we get together, it's a party like every single time. We don't get together often, but when we do, it's just a really good time. So, I cannot wait to share that with y'all.
Courtney Vlogmas, take one, and this is my family.
All right, y'all. So this is when we first got here, and everybody was just kind of doing their own thing, saying hey to everybody. I know how it go.
What's up?
I'm a good-looking cousin.
So then, we just taking pictures. I got our little drinky drinks or whatever. Y'all, this my godson. He won't go in for none of the shit. He ain't want to take a picture, so that's what I got. All right, so this my Uncle Bebe and his grandson, Jim Bean. Don't ask why we call that baby Jim Bean. Just know his name is Jim Bean, and he's just the cutest little baby.
All right, now this is...
And these my little cousins. They over here playing. There's too many to name, but I'm going to try to name them all. We got AJ Tamir, Magic. I don't know that little boy over there, but he was real cool with the background music. Okay, and this is me instigating their basketball game, trying to hype them up or whatever. But yeah, they had the guitar player Magic over there doing her little dance. Y'all about to see him. It was real like a little NBA game in the back of the house. For real.
Get right there. It's the shot now. Watch out. Here you go with the background music, all right? Hold up. Bucket, look, he done broke the rim. And then my man go with the background music. One more.
Hey, put it on.
Okay. There she go dancing. Hey, look, this a real NBA game. Now they got the cheerleaders. You got the music. Okay. Hold up. Offense ready now. Ooh.
Y'all, this is my little A-dog, and he just love him some me. And I love me some him. Look at him.
So cute.
Cute.
You walking to me.
And y'all, and this is us opening our gifts. My little cousin Majesty, she over there singing her song, and she did so good, y'all. She did so good to get her gift. That's the tradition. You got to sing a song to get your gift. So check us out. Rest in peace to my auntie Aunt Peggy, by the way. She started all this.
All right.
We're right back with AJ again. He wanted to get his face back. He had to get his face back now. Here you go.
Period.
Duncan.
Okay, do it again. One more time. For the haters.
We learned some very valuable lessons this night, okay? Very valuable.
Oh.
Damn, there go my cousin Tutu. Hey, girl. And then this is a bearded dragon that my cousin got, and he scared the fuck out of my mama, y'all. It's Mari and his best friend, me, my nieces, and my sister. It was her 21st birthday, and she looks adorable. Ooh. Yeah. All right, y'all. So we're going to jump right into our first topic today, which is going to be about individuality. And first, I'm going to start off by reading the dictionary definition of what individuality is. And then I'm going to give y'all my take on what individuality is. Because honestly, it can go both ways, depending on how you look at it. But we're just going to start with what it is to everybody else, okay? The collective thought of what individuality is. So individuality is quality of character of a particular person or thing that distinguishes them from others of the same kind, especially when strongly marked a separate existence. So it's somebody who's different, an individual. And when I think of individuality, I think of someone who dares to be different. And I feel like not everyone is as comfortable with being themselves as they should be. But I'm thinking, isn't that the goal? Isn't that the ultimate goal? So if we ever get to a point in society where everybody is comfortable with being themselves, how will society be? That's the question of the week. So if you're following our Twitter, go ahead and hit Be Real with Courtney so you can join in the conversation. How real would society be if everybody was their true selves? Like, just think about it for a second. If that's your idea of utopia, or if that's your idea of the most insane thing in the world, let your mind be known and Be Real with Court. Use the hashtag and I'm going to reply back to you. We can have these conversations. But anyways, back to the conversation. What I was saying though is I feel like individuality in itself is being yourself, being who you truly are. I just feel like in a society when you're being influenced by so many outside things, like back in the day, we didn't have access to the news in such a way. We didn't have access to books. Like, you got to remember, for a long time, like, the only books that were mass produced were the Bible. Like, for the long time, even like in modern day, the mass produced books weren't things that the modern person had. So you gotta, like, entertainment, social media, like everything being in your face 24/7, the TV, you have the media influence you, bringing you things that you didn't never necessarily see in your everyday life with the people you run around. And you're like, I like this too. This is a different side of me that I never knew, And so people have more access to that now. People have more access to different things, and they're challenging who they think they are. So I feel like individuality is important because everybody isn't the same. Everybody isn't the same. Like, we can all come to a common thought, a collective thought, but for us to say that we're all the same, like, even if we have the same ideology, we're never going to be the same. We're never going to think the exact same. We might agree on some things, but somewhere there's going to be some differences. I might agree on something in a different way that you agree on it, but we both agree on the same bottom line. So that's what I mean by we might have the same ideology, but we are never going to think the same. And that's where I feel like being an individual would cause problems in society. Like, even though we're being influenced by outside things so much, let's say one day everybody just stop being scared of being themselves. Like, let's just say everybody just jumped out of their shells. Everybody just started being themselves. Everybody just started thinking in their most highest of thinking. Like, everybody's just on their shit. Where would we be? Where would we be if everybody, say, if you agree in the greater good and this person believes in the greater bad, but that's who they are. You also have to understand, when we're talking about individuality, it's not just going to be about, because I'm a good person, and if everybody's this just their best self. You got to understand, everybody's best self is not a good version. Like, what's your version of good? That's where the problem comes in, because you also have to understand, some people really might truly just think evilly, and they might feel like it's okay. It's okay. And right now, the collective thought is pushing us towards shit. That's just not okay. Like everybody getting high and being antisocial and shit like that. Like, but we're all on social media liking shit and posting, and and doing all this other thing, all these things. But it's just like nobody wants to be bothered for real. Nobody wants to stand on stuff for real. Like, that's definitely gonna be another episode of just what it means to be a good friend, just to be humble, just to be real, just to be a genuine person. Because I feel like a lot of people done lost that. A lot of people are scared to be genuine. Oh, this person hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt them because that's what society say do. That's why ain't no good people. That's why it's hard. I ain't even saying ain't no good people up, but that's why it's really hard to find good people. Because y'all do good people like that. And you got people out here who really just don't even have it in them to do you like that. They don't even have the heart to be mean or to even hurt you in a way that you would. That's why I'm like, you gotta understand. Everybody's intentions ain't good, so when we're thinking of individuality and we're like, oh, if everybody just were their honest, true selves, where would society be? It might ever be a good thing, but you gotta also understand with every good comes just as much bad. So with every ton of good, there's a ton of evil. Some people, and that's where differences come in, because some people have a collective good of what they think is good, and some people have a collective thought of what they think is good. And if those two, both of those are not right, both of them aren't right. And if they both are right, good luck trying to convince the other that they're both right. Y'all have seen history, and y'all know how this shit go. Basically, what I'm trying to say though is, people gonna always have differences of opinion. I feel like for individuality to work, the collective thought has to be more so about safety and basic human needs. Everybody needs to have that, at least that, and that's the problem now. Like, a lot of people don't have respect for other people. And the thing we call life, like, they just don't have respect for other people's lives. They don't get that the same life that they're living, the same energy that gives them life, lives within everybody else. And so they don't respect other people, and they base it off of shallow things, and then they're pushing this negative thought, this negative propaganda in a way to make us believe the same bullshit that they believe. And a lot of the time, the shit that they're pushing, like I said, is negativity. Like, and you gotta really just sit there and think. That's another question for the week as well. Where do you think society is going with the propaganda that's pushed in the media, or do you even think that there's propaganda pushed in the media, period? Like, I really want to know your thoughts. Like, talk to me, let me know. Because me personally, I feel like a lot of stuff that's being pushed out is to just to push out emotion out of us, like push emotion, make us feel things, make us just all around think of things that we wouldn't be thinking of unless we seen it somewhere else outside of what we have, what we surround ourselves with personally. And I mean, that's where that individuality comes with, because now you have to think for yourself, and you have to be strong enough to step out on a limb. Like, I'm not going to be a follower, and I'm not going to let the outside influences control me. This is who I am. And if you do the inside work and you're still finding that this is who you are, you can say, okay, this is me, and this is not what somebody else is making me be, or what somebody else is, promoting for me to be, or just the stigma or the stereotype that what I should be. We all fit a category somewhere. We all check some white box somewhere for a stereotype, and it's okay. But I'm not even gonna say it's okay, because it's not fucking okay. And I be saying a lot of shit is okay. That's not okay. If you fit a certain box, make sure that box is because you want to be in that fucking box. If you feel like, oh well, no, I checked this box, this box, this box, this box, be yourself. And make sure the box that you're put in is a box you want to put in, not a box that somebody else put you in. And I feel like that's the balance. Like, when we all can be our true selves, we can see a clear picture of where society truly lies and see what needs to be fixed. And come to a collective thought. Like, look, even if it's you do your thing, I do my thing. Hey, if we can live in harmony like that, hey, cool. I'm all for it. But it's just like, it's too much judgment. That's the problem. It's too much judgment with people being their true selves. It shouldn't be a problem that I am who I am, and it shouldn't be a problem who the next person is. If that next person respects who I am as a living person, that's what I say. A lot of people don't respect people for being there, being just that, So, in conclusion, I feel like it's good to have individuality, because people who are true to themselves, and people who are the individuals that are not afraid to jump out of the collective thought, or jump out and be themselves and take charge, because everybody's not a leader. Everybody's not meant to be a leader. And some people are comfortable with taking the back road. Like, we gotta have producers. We gotta have, not gonna say producers, because shit, look, boom, take me for example. I need a producer. I need somebody on sound check. I need somebody on, you know, mic. And then I also need me here, right here, sitting right here. You know, so some people are comfortable taking that leap and taking that step to doing all of it until they can get some people who are comfortable with playing the background roles. Well, I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing, you know? So that's what I mean. Like, everybody's not meant to jump out and be front and center. You also have to have supporting roles. Like, the president isn't just the president, he has certain supporting roles. And, you know, and that's just all the way down the chain. Like, even the president's support has supporting roles. You know, and so first and so forth. Y'all know how I am with them sayings now. Ain't shit changed in 2023. Still the same. Look, I still can't say certain words, certain ones. But yeah, I say that to say this though. Like, we need a collective thought to have a basic common ground for in a human respect. Like, I feel like that should be the universal code. Respect me because I'm a person, and I'm gonna respect you because you're a person. And if you believe what you believe, okay, cool. You believe what you believe, but don't judge me for what I believe. And I'm gonna do me over here, and I don't need you to feel no type of way over there. Do you, and I'm gonna do me. If you don't bother me, I won't bother you. As long as your thought process stays within the moral human code, don't kill me, don't steal from me. You know, don't take advantage of me. Just honest decency from a person. As long as it doesn't violate those unalienable rights. Hey, do you, and I'm gonna do me. Don't judge me, I won't judge you. Don't ask, don't tell. Simple. I mean, not as simple, because you gotta think a lot of people's ideology and ideas of being an individual get real deep, and some people can't let shit go. But I'm just like, at the same time, if you're being your honest and true self, you ain't really holding on to shit. Because if you're going, I mean, I ain't gonna say if you're going through shit, but it's just like, if you having a hard time in life already, how can you say that you're your best self? The only way you can be your best self is if you let go of the shit that's making you a bad person, that's hurting you deep down inside. And I already did an episode on that. I mean, we could touch back on it, because 2023 you learn new shit. So we definitely could touch back on it. But I'm just saying though, you can't be your best self if you're holding on to shit. So why judge people? You know, when you judge people, you're only looking at what you think of yourself on the inside. So I feel like that collective thought is needed for people to coexist in the world. You know, have that common respect for each other, but they should be free to be individuals and be themselves. I feel like when it comes to jumping out and doing things that are different is when the collective is afraid to move. Like, if everybody's in that straightforward process of growing, no matter what area it is, you know, I feel like we can grow as a society, but the only way to maintain that and to maintain that utopia is if we have that common moral code, that common ground between everybody. And that's the hard part. Can I say, is it achievable? I mean, it's not impossible. I just don't see it happening right now. Like, I feel like it would have to be very much forced in a way. And when I say forced in a way, like, not in a way where it's like, oh, guns to your head. Like, no, shit can't get no worse than this, and we have to do better. And I feel like that's where it's headed. So I'm not going to say it's impossible, because I mean, you see everybody out doing their own shit, everybody out here doing their thing. In a way, you got more entrepreneurs out here than ever. You have more people starting podcasts like your girl. You know, you got more people out here building cars on their own strength. You know, just because they want to, just because this is something they like to do. You know, you have more people actually out here doing the things that they love, making money off of the things that they love, and then also supporting the causes that they love. So Is it not? It's not getting better. I'm not gonna say that, no, because people are out here being their true selves and also benefiting to the collective. So I'm not gonna say it's not impossible. It's just definitely gonna take more time. You know, we're not ready for that utopia or, in a sense, the perfect world. We're never gonna have a perfect world. But I definitely do feel like as close as it's gonna get, it's coming. As close as it's gonna get to perfect. Like I say, it's never gonna be perfect. But as close as it's gonna get, where everybody's doing their own thing, nobody's placing judgment, nobody's doing, just hateful shit for no fucking reason. Everybody's healing from their own shit and being their true selves. I mean, give it 100 years, maybe 2. We're gonna see, but let's just take pride in being a part of that. I definitely take pride in my part of encouraging people to be themselves and looking out for the better good. So if you ain't learning shit from me today, hey, be yourself. And if you don't do shit else, respect the next person for just being themselves. That's the least you can do. Be yourself and respect the next person for being themselves. Because then we all can agree, hey, I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with me. Simple. But that's it for your girl. Like I said, y'all join the conversation with Be Real with Corey. It's gonna be put right here. Y'all know how I do. And yeah, I will see y'all next week with another episode. I might even double up this week, so stay tuned. Bye. Who you truly are. And I feel like in a society where we're just so, oh fuck, that was good too. I just feel like in a society where we're so, damn, what the fuck, girl, get it together, like, so what?